According to the ancient and divided custom, heaven fund begins the work Sri Sai Satcharitra with various salutations. Salutations. First, he makes obeisance to the god Ganesh to remove all and make the work a success and says that Sri Sai is God Ganesh himself. Then to Goddess Saraswati is inspired him to write the work and says the Sri Sai in one with Goddess and that he is himself singing his own life. Then to God Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, the creating, preserving and destroying respectively and says that Sainath one with them and he get teacher will carry us across the river of worldly existence. Then to the tutelary deity Narayan Adityanath whom himself in Konkan that the land reclaimed by he himself in Konkan, the land reclaimed Ram in the Hindi version from the sea and to are the original Purush of the family. Then to his grandfather Sadashiv, father Raghunath, his mother who left him in infancy to his paternal aunt who brought him up and to his loving elder. Then to the reader and praise to them to give their whole and undivided attention to his word. And lastly to his Guru Sri Sainath and incarnations of Sri Dattatreya who is all refused and who will make him realize that Brahma is reality and the world and illusions and incidentally to all beings with whom and Lord God dwells. After describing in brief the various modes of devotion according to Parashar etc. The author goes on the relate following story. It was some time after 1910 that I went one fine morning to the masjid in Shirdi to have darshan of Sai Baba. I was wonder-struck to see the following. After washing his mouth and face, Sai Baba began to make preparations for grinding wheat. He spread a sack on the floor and set a hand mill. He took some quantity of wheat in a winnowing fan and then drawing up the sleeves of his kafni robe and taking hold of page of hand mill started grinding the wheat by putting a few handfuls of wheat in upper opening of the mill and rotated it. I thought was business Baba had with the grinding of wheat when he possessed nothing and stole nothing, and he leaves of alms. Some people who had come there thought likewise, but none had the courage of ask Baba what he was doing. Immediately this news of Baba grinding wheat spread into the village, and at once men and women ran to the masjid and flocked there to see Baba act. Bold women from crowd forced their way up and pushing Baba aside forcibly took the page or handle into their hands and singing Baba's Leelas started grinding and fast Baba was enraged and singing Baba's Leela started grinding. At first, Baba was enraged, but on seeing the woman's love and devotion, he was much pleased and began to smile while they were grinding. They began to think that Baba had no house, no property, no children, none to look after, and he lived on alms. Therefore, he did not require any wheat flour for making bread or roti. Was will he do with the large quantity of wheat? Perhaps, as Baba is very kind, he will distribute the flour among us. Thinking in this way, and while singing, they finished the grinding, and after putting the hand meal aside, they divided the wheat into 4 portions and began to remove them by taking 1 portion per head. Baba, who was calm and quiet up till now, got wild and started abusing them, saying, "Ladies, have you gone mad? Whose father property are you looting away? Have I borrowed any wheat from you so that you can safely take the floor? Now do this, take the floor and throw it on the village borders." On her hearing this, the women felt abashed and whispering among themselves went to the outskirts of the village, spread the wheat and directed by power. I asked the Shirdi people what was this that Baba did. They replied that a cholera epidemic was spreading in the village. This was Baba remedy for the same. It was not wheat that ground, but cholera itself that ground to pieces and pushed out of the village, From this time onwards, the cholera epidemic subsided and the people of the village were happy. I was much pleased to know all this, but at the same time, my curiosity was also aroused. I began to ask myself what earthly connection was there between wheat, wheat and cholera. What what was the casual relation between two and how they reconcile them? The incident seems to be inexplicable. I should write something on this and sing to my heart's content. Baba's sweet Leela's thinking in this way about this Leela, my heart was filled with joy and I was thus inspired to write Baba's life, the Sai SATCHARITRA. And we know with Baba's grace and blessing this work was successfully philosophical significance of grinding. Apart from meaning which the people of Shirdi put on this incident, grinding wheat there is we think a philosophical significance to Baba lived in Shirdi for about 60 years and during the long period he did the business of grinding almost every day, not however wheat alone by a scenes, metal and physical afflictions and the misery of his innumerable devotees. The two stones of his meal consisted of karma and bhakti. The former begin the lower one and the later the upper one. The handle with which Baba wore the meal consisted of dhyan. It was the firm convictions of Baba that knowledge or self realization is not possible unless there is the act of grinding of all the impulses, desires, sins and the three gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas and the Ahankar which is so subtle and therefore so difficult to get rid of. This reminds us of the similar story of Kabir who seeing woman grinding corn said to his guru Niranjan, I am weeping because I feel the agony of being crushed under the wheel of worldly existence like the corn of handle mill. Niranjan replied, do not the affair hold fast to the handle of knowledge of this mill and do not wander far away from the same but turn inward to the center and you are sure to be saved. Go to seaside, peace be to all.
ओम श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय।